So if you're wondering what we're doing here, I'm going to show everybody how we are going to integrate personal development and I hate to say it like that, but finances. Okay, so let's talk about the personal development piece. The personal development piece is titled Recreating versus Updating Yourself, or Recreating and Updating Yourself. Okay? I hope everybody has notes. If not, no problem. But hopefully, I'm giving you something that you might want to remember. And again, at the end, we're going to talk about the financial piece. That is super easy. Now, life will make you update, or you will make you update. Either growth happens or death happens. There's no such thing as sitting still. I'm going to say that again. Life is going to make you update or recreate, or you're going to make yourself do it. Either growth happens or death happens. There's no such thing as sitting still. Now, what if we are supposed to update and recreate ourselves like our cells do, or like nature does, or like the months and the years evolve? How awesome would mankind be if we all thought like that? So let's look at how we can do this journey. There's two ways of looking at it. Even though there's more than two, I just narrowed it down to two. We can look at it from an outside-in reinvention. What do you mean by outside-in reinvention, Jason? Well, you can get a new hairdo. You can get new clothes. You can lose weight. You can gain muscles. That's 3D, 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 3D. Because again, outside, you're trying to invent yourself from the outside in. So again, a hairdo, new clothes, loss of weight, gain of muscles, blah, 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 blah. Now, what I'm pushing, and what a lot of society and what a lot of these trends are pushing, is inside out reinvention. That'll make you happiest, plus it'll put you back into the driver's seat. So imagine a higher mind under that new hairdo. Imagine a better body under those new clothes. Y'all see where I'm going? All right. Let's break down why, because again, there's a lot of reasons why somebody would do this. The definition of why: the cause, reason, or purpose for which, or know why you did something, or this is why you did something. Now again, the cause or reason or purpose for which, why you did it, that, and then I have it underlined, that is why you did it. Again, the why, and then the under that I want y'all to put for which, on account of which, and then underline under that is know the reason why you did it. And I promise you that's gonna make sense. But again, there's the why. So the best synonym I have with why, because again, we're talking about recreating ourselves, right? So the best synonym of why that I found was motive, or reason, or intention. If you keep your motives, your reason for doing this, and your intentions high, you're going to get a high result. If you do all this with low or sinister motives, reasons, or intentions, congratulations, you're going to get exactly your why. Now, Jay Morrison, love that dude to death. I actually met with him in my office. He has a why acronym that I love and I don't want to steal, so I like to give people their credit. So Jay Morrison said, because a lot of us don't live for our why because we got to go to work, or because we got this or we got that going on, right? So he said, what would you do if money was never an issue for you? What would you give the world? Now again, money's not an issue for you. What would you give the world? So here's why. Let's break down the W and the why. Let's break down the W. The W. What would you do? What would you do? Now again, we break it down to why. What would you do? Meaning, what is your purpose and assignment? Again, the W and why. What would you do? And then what is your purpose and assignment? That's where your superpowers are. The H and Y. How would you do it? How would you do it? Structure and format your purpose and assignments. So the H, how would you do it? Structure and format your purpose and assignment. And the Y. The Y is, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Keep this as righteous as possible, because again, this will determine how high or low you go. Oh my God, I just want to help the world. That's why I'm doing this. You probably will be able to touch the world. Watch this. I want to be rich and famous. That is why I'm doing this. Congratulations. You even if you get rich and famous with 14 people out of 7 billion people on this planet, it's your fault because you were doing it to be rich and famous. You didn't say how many people. You didn't say nothing but, again, some superficial blanket statement, and congratulations, you got it. Why are you doing it? Keep this as righteous as possible. Now, again, Jason, okay, help me with my intentions. I'm kind of not getting it. Help me with my intentions. Okay. Give me a definition of intentions out of the millions of definitions. What one intends to do or bring about, the objective or for which a prayer, mass, or pious act is offered. Now, again, why are you doing it? What do you want to do? Well, like, what is your purpose and assignments for the W? H, how would you do it? Structure and format your purpose and assignment. Why? Why are you doing it? Keep it as righteous as possible. All right. Now, a lot of people experience fear when they're recreating and updating themselves. I'm sorry. One more thing with the why. Everybody has a low why, a mid why, and a big why. So just because you can answer those questions, don't think that you're all big, because again, you have little whys, you have mid whys, and you have a big why. The big why is my family, my children. I'm doing it for my children. I'm doing it for my health. That's a big why. I'm doing it because I'm going to my 30th year reunion and I want to stun on everybody. That's definitely a small why if you even get it. So there's small, big, and large why. Now, moving back to the fear, because again, I'm so scared of recreating myself, but I believe in a God and a higher power that created me to do this, but I'm scared of people. Whatever. So there's a fear of recreating yourself versus there's a danger of recreating or updating yourself. One is real and one is not. Okay? Now I'm going to say this again. There's a fear of recreating or updating yourself versus there's a danger of recreating or updating yourself. Now, we can strategically plan for danger, but how in the world do you plan for fear? I'm confused. I can't do it. I'll say it one more time. We can strategically plan for danger. Okay, don't walk around the edge. Let's put a gate there. Let's put a sign there. Fear means, oh my God, this can happen. This can happen. This can happen. This can happen. I can go on for infinity of this can happen. So if I'm playing anything with fear, I'm planning for this could happen. This could happen. This could happen. No. Fear is fake. Danger is real. Fear is going to slow you down while you're trying to overcome danger, which is real. So let's make a mental note of that. When we move forward on not only business projects, on what we are, fear, if you're having fears, who cares? Let's break down the danger of the fear that you're experiencing, the so-called fear you're experiencing. All right. And again, wave Nate down if something's not making sense. And again, we're going to have a Q&A after this. But again, let's go deep tonight. Here we go. Don't feel your way through. Know and feel your way through. So, here's a quote to help you understand this. You won't always feel in love with yourself or others. That's why relationships with self or others needs more than just feelings to last. I'm going to say this again. You won't always feel in love with yourself or others. That's why relationships with self or others needs more than just feelings to last. Knowing yourself versus feeling yourself. How strong are you when you were feeling yourself when you were younger? You was just feeling yourself. That does not mean you knew what you were feeling, if that makes sense. So, having love for your child or children is above just having feelings for them. Your knowing of love far outweighs your feelings of love for them. You know you love your children. You know that. That's that unconditional stuff, right? But we build relationships off of feelings. And again, this is not a relationship workshop, but this is a relationship of yourself, because last time I checked, if you're recreating or updating, you are updating and recreating your feelings too, because feelings get you through, feelings slow you down, feelings speed you up, but knowing outweighs feelings. I don't feel like going to the gym, but I know I have to get my health right. Feelings is nothing when your knowing is high. So again, don't ever feel your way through this recreation or updating journey, because I'm telling you, it's going to be some days you don't feel like doing it. So, the definition of feeling: an emotional state or reaction, a belief, especially a vague or irrational one. I'm going to say that one again, because again, I ain't feeling this no more. Or I feel like we should be doing this. Or I feel like we should go over there. Or I feel like we should have a talk. Or I feel, okay, what's the definition of feeling? An emotional state or reaction. Remember that word reaction. Reactive, remember that. A belief, especially a vague or irrational one. Okay. So again, feelings are an emotional state or a reaction, a belief, especially a vague or irrational one. And we feel all the time, and we make really, really big decisions based upon how we feel. Yeah. How are you going to recreate yourself or cell, C-E-L-L, cell? How are we going to recreate ourselves, right? Here we go. Did you know the human body rebuilds itself in less than 365 days? Every cell in your body eventually dies and is replaced by new cells. Every day is a new opportunity to what? Build a new body. So your DNA renews itself in 2 months. Your skin rebuilds itself in 1 month. Your blood rebuilds itself in 4 months. Your liver rebuilds itself in 6 weeks. Your bones rebuild itself every 3 months. Your stomach lining renews itself every 5 days. And your brain rebuilds itself in 1 year. All I say is, with all that stuff going on in your body, you should know before you feel, because you are constantly becoming. And this is just your 3D self. We're not even talking about mind or anything like that. We're just talking about, again, little things like DNA, skin, blood, liver, bones, stomach lining, brain. Just little things like that. So, like I said, you are constantly becoming on this 3D plane. I just gave you numbers. Those are hardcore numbers, and again, I'll defend those numbers. So if you're constantly becoming something and becoming and progressing, and again, I just don't understand retirement. I don't understand updating yourself. Your body is full of updates, and I just gave you numbers. DNA, 2 months. Skin, 1 month. Blood, 4 months. Liver, 6 weeks. Bones, 3 months. Stomach lining, 5 days. Brain, in 1 year. Are you serious? You are an update. You are a recreation. Science gives you numbers now. Congratulations. Let's at least catch up with our body. So, like I said, this is not a motivational speech. This is let's just talk about hardcore facts. We don't have to keep up with all of these motivational speakers of you should do this or you should. Just keep up with your body. Your DNA, like I said, renews itself in 2 months. And again, your skin in 1 month, and your blood in 4 months, and your liver in 6 weeks, and your bones in 3 months, your stomach lining in 5 days, and your brain in 1 year. And you still ain't got over stuff that happened to you 12 years ago. You still haven't gotten over or renewed yourself or rebuild yourself from your past. Your body has. Your body's waiting on you. According to science, your body's being like, come on, get over that. Come on, stop the move. Let's leave from here. Come on, let's go. Your body's doing that. Guess who's keeping your body down? Mind over matter. So let's move forward. So whatever mind is connected to that body is keeping all those updates down. The body's ready to move. The body's ready to get better. The body's ready to progress. But this mind over matter thing, right? All right, Jason, I hear you. Okay, I hear you. But again, I need accountability partner because, I need it, because I need it. No, we're talking about self-updating, self-recreation. So just say hypothetically nobody's there to help. So since we're recording this, we are going to let a lot of you see this once we edit all the whack stuff from the beginning. And we can edit that out. That's one good thing about this. But here are some self-talk strategies. Because again, you have to be able to hold yourself accountable before anybody else will properly do it, especially if you do it the right way and according to your outcomes. The outcomes line up with how your self-talking and your self-care strategies go. So I'm just going to give you 5. Okay? Here we go. Number 1, and I'm emphasizing do self-love. How do you do self-love? Here's a few. Clean and organize. Work on your schedule. Work on your self-care. Start delegating work. Work on your to-do list. That's how you do self-love. Number 2, give self-love. Now remember, we ain't talking about giving to other people. We talking about doing all this stuff for yourself to make yourself a better person to give to other people. Now, how do you give self-love? Invest in yourself. Take yourself on a date. Buy yourself a gift. Take a trip. That's how you give self-love. Number 3. Now let me know if I'm going too fast. Nah, I ain't with all that. I hear you with the do self-love and give self. I ain't feeling that. I want to feel. I'm a feeler. Okay? Well, this is how you feel self-love. Okay? Stretch. Take a bath. This might seem corny to some people, but again, this works for some people. Give yourself a hug. Seriously, the older you get, you actually do little stuff like that because you're appreciating life a little bit more. A lot of younger people might not understand that. But again, to feel self-love, give yourself a hug. Self-massage. Exercise. I don't know about y'all. I feel self-love when I exercise versus putting Twinkies in my body all day. I feel self-love. So, okay, Jason, I hear you with the do, I hear you with the give, I hear you with the feel. I'm a thinker. I like to get my mind right. Okay, well, this is how you think self-love. Daily affirmations. Share your successes. Journal. Self-love sticky notes that are about topics that really, 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 really interest you and turn on light bulbs. Because we know, like the cartoons, when the light bulbs come on, you don't want to take a nap. You get a burst of energy when you experience that aha moment. So for all my intellect listening in, thank self-love. Okay, number 5. Be present with self-love. So again, I ain't really feeling do self-love, give self-love, feel self-love, thank self-love. I just want to be present with it. I've kind of reached a lot of high levels. You know what I mean? I don't really need to do all that. I'm a VIP. Okay. You can meditate. You can take time for hobby. You can set boundaries. Because if you at that level, I know everybody trying to, steal your energy or pull from it. And then spend time with yourself. That's how you be present with self-love. Now, again, this ain't no me, myself, and I. This is just to repair yourself to be a better interaction when you do deal with other people. Having the ability to say we and us versus me and I all the time, because you've mastered so much about the me and I, to where when you're around other people, you don't want to say that all the time. Hey, me and I conversations. Hey, I was doing this, and what happened to me the other day. And what if you spend so much time in the me and I, when you meet another person, you say us. You say us, and you say we. And last time I checked, relationships are under attack in America. But guess what a lot of those relationship problems say a lot? Me and I. But last time I checked, a relationship or marriage or any type of business partnership is a us and we language. There's something to chew on. There we go. How can a better you affect the universe? This is just the most scientific, philosophical, fun stuff. But again, it's real. So let's say all this is hypothetically right. If your life works, that means you influence your family. If your family works, that basically means you influence your community. If your community works, that means you influence your nation. If your nation works, that means you influence the world. If your world works, the energy ripple effects spread throughout the university or universe. Callie, come here. I'm sorry about that, y'all. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on over here. All right, does that make sense? I'll say this again. If your life works, you influence your family. If your family works, you influence your community. If your nation works, you influence... I'm sorry about that. Hold on real quick. If your community works, you influence your nation. And then if your nation works, you influence your world. And if your world works, the energy ripple effects spread throughout the university or the universe, wherever you want to call it. Now, why the need for recreation or updating? All right. Why do I need? Because again, why do I need this? And I recreate all the time. And again, we have somebody on that missed the first part of this, but they'll be able to see it later on. But again, why do I need to recreate or update myself? Well, a computer update or it breaks down, right? And computer software updates are important because they often include critical patches to secure, critical patches to security holes. They also improve the stability of your software and removes outdated features. All of these updates are aimed at making the user experience better. I'm going to say the last sentence one more time. All of these updates are aimed at making the user experience better. Earth is a computer. So, if we just said earlier that your DNA renews itself every 2 months, your skin rebuilds itself in 1 month, your blood rebuilds itself in 4 months, your liver rebuilds itself in 6 weeks, and again, your bone rebuilds itself in 3 months, and your stomach lining renews itself every 5 days, and if your brain rebuilds itself every year, then hold on. Then that would mean I need to constantly update, because if the earth is a computer and nature is constantly updating, why wouldn't I? Oh, because your job doesn't make you. Got you. So you don't have to update at your job, or you're moving according to the promotional levels or the promotional paths at your job, and you don't feel like you need to recreate yourself or update yourself. Nah, that's not reality. Now again, what's the definition of recreate? Create again, reproduce, reenact, to give a new life or freshness, to refresh. Come on. We live in a society, we don't do that we don't do that like our DNA and stomach lining and bones do. We don't do that. But again, our body is constantly doing this. And we got to go to motivational speaking events to get hype enough to do what our body is already doing. Again, what is the definition of recreate? Create again, reproduce, reenact, to give new life or freshness, refresh. The synonyms: recharge, rejuvenate, renew, repair, revive, revitalize. Why would we not be married to that? Okay, well, what's update? Update means just to bring up to date, the actual date. Right? Some of us live or come from cities that don't do that every year, right? Kind of slow where you live. Or it's kind of fast where you live. Or watch this. Forget an update. I'm a trendsetter. We'll get to those people too, who trendset recreating or updating themselves. Here we go, trendsetters. Okay, Jason, I'm proactive, bro. I ain't with all this reactive stuff. I'm proactive. So let's talk about some offensive strategies. Because last time I checked, all the sports people, when you're on offense, you have a goal that you believe in so much to where if that play doesn't go exactly how it needs to go, you're mad because you made an offensive play. So what's proactive? How can you be proactive to your purpose and assignments? Well, let's look at the definition of proactive. Of a person, policy, or action, again, of a person, policy, or action, creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen rather than responding to it after it has happened. Hold on, let me say this again. The definition of proactive is, and it's geared towards of a person, policy, or action, creating or controlling a situation by causing something to happen, rather than responding to it after it's happened. So, okay, I'm a trendsetter, I'm a proactive. And again, faith without works is dead. So everything that you're doing, every update, every recreation that you are a part of, it's all your fault. Good or bad, it's all your fault. So again, how are you going to do this? Well, we have to have a schedule because it's a lot of stuff to remember. So if life is really kicking your butt, you're going to create a schedule to get out of that. How do you do? So I call that a supreme schedule. So when you are proactive about recreating or updating yourself, create a schedule, a supreme schedule. And guess what? When you get up, when you reach the goal of your update, don't let your supreme schedule turn into a comfortable schedule. Because comfortable schedule means out of shape schedule, no cardio schedule. Because last time I checked, if life was kicking your butt, would a comfortable schedule get you out of it? Yeah, I didn't think so. So what in the world is a comfortable schedule going to do? But anyway, identify your weaknesses and become their dualities. And consistently seek people who are strong in those areas so you can learn through osmosis, research, and accountability partnership, which is one of the best partnerships or ships to sell on. I want a relationship. Accountability partnership is one of the best partnerships or ships to sell on. Talking point 4. I care what the right people think and I logically consider and act upon their balanced critique of me. Let me break that down. Have you ever met a person, I care what everybody thinks? Well, this person is making attempts to please chaos. You should run away from them. They're going to ruin your life. That's like starting a mentoring program for a tornado. Imagine walking up to a tornado and trying to mentor it and hug it and give it a massage. That's what a person who cares what everybody thinks. They're making attempts, again, to please chaos. Run from them. Now, you see this toxic empowerment going on to where I don't care what anyone thinks. Now, this person believes that no other perspective adds value. You should run from them. I'm going to say this one more time. These people do their own surgery. They put themselves under anesthesia, and they perform their own surgeries on themselves. They make their own money. They make their own cars. They make their own water. You know why? I don't care what anyone thinks, because again, no other person or perspective adds value. Run from both of these people. So, reactive. Now, you can be reactive to recreating and updating yourself, but guess what's gonna hype you up? Guess what this person needs? Life is gonna make you do it. That's all you're saying. I'm not going to be proactive or updated and recreate myself. Congratulations. Clap for that person. Because all they're saying is, I'm waiting for life to do it for me. So, reactive to your purpose and assignments. Well, what's the definition of reactive, Jason? Well, acting in response to a situation rather than creating it or controlling it. I'm going to say that again. Reactive definition, acting in a response to a situation rather than creating it or controlling it. Okay. So, if you wait for weaknesses to cause dis-ease in your life and you gradually create a fight plan, all you're doing is reacting to the bombs and missiles and bullets coming your way. The reactive life, remember. Because you're gonna update or recreate yourself anyway. Again, this is just a person again that I just need that push, and life will push you off the edge sometimes. So this is not a good person to be. And again, I care what everyone thinks, and I don't care what anyone thinks. That's another person. That's another reactive person. Moving along, almost finished. Well, I'm actually finished right here. So the proactive conclusion to, again, recreating and updating yourself. I narrowed them down to 7. And again, I stand by this. If you haven't taken my workshop yet, remember this is insinuating after you took the workshop, the 7 Laws workshop. Step number 1, recreation or updating. You need to come up with a recreation or update plan. Okay? And again, we're definitely gonna help you with that. Step 2, you need to come up with a supreme schedule on how to manifest recreation and update your update goal. And that's gonna, again, your schedule needs to have personal development, health, wellness, knowledge enhancement, all the stuff that's gonna make that path easier for you versus, oh, I'm gonna do this all on my own. Nah. Step 3, create best action time to begin manifesting recreation or updating, and then breathe it until it becomes an all-day, everyday reality. Now, again, starting off, we don't have time because we create our own schedules and we create these crazy, crazy schedules. And then when we don't, deal with everybody the way they want to be dealt with, we say we've been busy instead of saying we all create our schedules and we make time to what we want to make time for, right? So you're going to have to make time for this. You're not going to just be able to do this all right now, but you create a best time to begin doing this, manifesting your recreation and update. And then once you do it, start breathing it again until it becomes an all-day, everyday reality. Step 4, assemble a balanced accountability. No, assemble balanced accountability for yourself to properly evolve during the recreation or updating process. Now, again, if you go through this being the judge and juror of the things that you're doing wrong, you are going to ruin your life. You need other people who can see behind you and can see the perspective that you can't see, that are not going to be your yes man or yes women. You know they're going to tell you if you got a booger in your nose or if you look fat in that dress. You need to have them literally set up a time. They could be via phone, Zoom, or in person, and say, hey, can you tell me everything that I'm doing wrong according to everything that I sent you? Now, again, you're not my mentor. You're not my tutor. So don't be telling me everything that I'm doing wrong. Remember, bro, or remember, sis, this is the time. We only go do this for 20 minutes. So when this session is done, don't be telling me everything I'm doing wrong. Because, again, people can get carried away with this. But, again, if you assemble a team that's going to literally tell you, like, hey, don't care about my feelings. Just really tell me all the stuff that I'm doing right and I'm doing wrong. Versus, again, you trying to be your own accountability partner. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Step 5, create a business, product, or service around your recreated or updated purpose, gifts, or talent, because it allows for more opportunities to operate in this new purpose or assignments, or we'll just say your gift to make room for you, right? So if your gift to make room for you, make a business, product, or service around it. If it's making room for you. Step 6, we got 2 more. Step 6, celebrate another successful recreation or update with your updated and compatible network, which is also a great recruitment tool for possible partnerships and teammates situations. Because, again, who's coming to the party? And last time I checked, people who are at that celebratory spot, they might be vibrating on that level, and y'all might meet up with similar energies there, to where, again, they could possibly be rolling with you on this next phase or this next creation or this next update that you're going through. But remember, if we're going to be human, let's be human like our body. Our bodies don't just get a job and be like, well, I made it. Our bodies keep updating, right? So guess what step 7 is? Repeat step 1, because it never stops. And when you stop, you retire and you die, and nothing in nature retires. And if it does, it's called death. And again, recreating yourself versus updating yourself